on online applications for admissions at the Gauteng public schools for the 2022 academic year opens tomorrow, the 10th of August. The process will be conducted in 2 phases, which are expected to be completed in November. For more on this, we're joined now by the spokesperson for the Gauteng Department of Education, Steve Mabona. Steve, good to have you with us tonight on In Focus. You can imagine every year when you open this process, the anxiety, the frustration, and the complaints that follow as soon as this system comes online. What are we doing this time around to avoid all that?
Thanks very much, Tavo. Well, this time around, we are trying to, reduce the anxiety, make sure that at least over 174,000 parents, will then be taken through the process quite seamless. We are trying to make sure that at least those will be processed easily, because we are saying, let's start with those that are in our system. All those grade 7s that are in the public ordinary schools, let's process them. When we are done, then we will then go to grade 1s and grade 8, those that will be coming from independent schools and, probably other provinces. So tomorrow, the system is opening, but for only those that are in our public ordinary schools. We're talking about the grade 7s. So they will be receiving links tomorrow so that they can apply. We know that some, they've been saying, where are the links? Because we've been saying they will be receiving. The links will only be available from tomorrow, throughout the process of the application, because the system will open on the 10th and it will close on the 3rd of September.
Yeah. So you're saying those links will only be sent to those who are already on the database. Is there any action on the part of the parents that they need to take to receive those links, or is this going to be an automatic process?
We have realized that some of the parents, their contact details have changed, and or some, the contact details are no longer in use. So what they need to do, they need to interact with their schools, because those children are linked to a school. So they need to interact with the school and they make sure that we have the contact details there. Because if we don't have a cell phone number where we're going to be sending your link, it will be difficult for us to send a link, because we are saying the link is not transferable. So some parents probably after receiving a link tomorrow will want to pass it on. It's a personalized SMS which is directed to a parent that is linked to that child. So parents need to understand that when we receive a link, it's for you to utilize that link and to apply, not to share it.
I don't know if you're making the process easier, Steve. I think you have now complicated it yet again, when previously the parents would either show up and they would be put onto the system, or they would send the SMS and be put onto the system. Now you're saying there will be a link that will emanate from a central database, which in itself will add all sorts of other complications, because if then my details have changed in the last year, how do I even know that where do I need to send this number to?
No, but Tavo, if you have changed your cell phone number, you should know that you have changed the number. You need to interact with your school. I mean, you know the number of your school, you need to interact with the school, make sure that the number that we have there is the one that we're going to use to send you an SMS. It's as simple as that. And we are starting with those that are in grade 7s in the public ordinary schools. So this is captive audience. It's people that we have, it's people that we know, and we can tell how many of those that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So unlike when we are coming on, when we're going to open for phase 2, on the 18th of September, when we open for grade 1 and the grade 8 that will be coming from other independent schools or other provinces, they will then just go to the system and utilize the system and apply.
Yeah.
But these ones, it's people that we have, We know how many they are. It's a matter of making sure that the number that we have in the system, it still works, is the one that exists. If you have changed the number, interact with the school and say, this is my latest number, so that you can then receive a link.
Yeah. So, in essence, you're saying if your personal conditions have changed in any way, be it marital status, maybe before the husband was making the application, and that's the number that the school has. If now the wife is going to be making that application, the wife needs to then be proactive and go to the school and say, this is the new number where this needs to be sent to, and we are dealing with a pandemic, there's bereavement and all sorts of things. So if conditions have changed as far as the person who was responsible in terms of application, you're basically saying those people need to then go check with the school that they've got the right details.
The parent or a guardian that is responsible for making sure that there's an application, they need to make sure that they interact with the school. If probably things has changed, like as you have indicated, the one that is responsible for processing the application need to interact with the school and make sure that the number that we have there, it will then be the one that the parent or the guardian will be using to process that application. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. If I'm sure that the number is correct or my number hasn't changed in the last 12 months, but I don't receive the link, what do I do?
Well, you need to interact with your school, because that's when they will be indicating to you to say probably there's something wrong, or you're still going to receive the link, because the link is personalized, is the link that you're just going to click and make sure that take you through the system, continue the process of verification, and you process the application. So it's a simplified version. It's not going to be having any challenges, like as you put it. We have tried to eliminate. Remember, we said we are learning, in all the years that we have been enhancing the system, we felt that let's attend this number of people that we know that we have in our system and make sure that when we are done, then we open the system for those that will be coming, from outside our system. Yeah. So it's quite a simplified version, and we think it's going to alleviate a lot of pressure from parents, the anxiety, like as we have indicated. It will be lessened if parents can just do as we want to, we plead with them to do.
How do you minimize the stress of school selection? I hear the MEC saying the system will be more manageable for the parents. The biggest issue of manageability is which school my child is going to go to. The radius confusion, you know all about it, and the learner being sent to a